in the so-called rock and roll capital of the world, Cleveland, Ohio, at First Energy Stadium on the shores of Lake Erie. Today, it's an AFC North matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Throwing on the first play from scrimmage, here's Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. A good, safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
And they go play action now. Burrow. This is caught. It's Boyd. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A gain of 32 that time.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go that sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. The opening drive, it continues, Charles, to be all pass, and it's working. Now they're on the doorstep of a touchdown here, 1st and goal.
Brandon, because it's working so well, I think the entire playbook is open for them right now. Do you want to run it? Do you want to continue to throw it? Spin the dial, make your choice. But right now, you like what you're doing in this possession.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
2nd down and goal. Burrow. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon from 4 yards out. And the Bengals get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
Let's ride. They can't stop us. That's right. Let's get away right now. Show them what you got. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I got you, baby. Let's rock and roll, baby. Let's go.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From the 6. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Watson now to throw. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Watson. Toward the sideline. He will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. The tight end, David Njoku, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. To the air yet again, Watson. And he finds his, and a loose football, and the Bengals grab it. These defense, and now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. 2nd drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. A 1st carry now for Nick Chubb. He's got it to the 43 here.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. 2nd down, here's Chubb again. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Watson. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the 1st.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the 1st down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
On 1st down, it's Watson. That's complete to the tight end, Akins. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
3 yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. To throw is Watson. Flush to his right. Nice little juke. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the 1st.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a 1st down.
From the red zone now, Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Forced out to his left. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands? Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and this will stay at a 7-point game. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Now Burrow on first down. He finds his running back, Mixon, and he'll be brought down at the 27. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Burrow on play action. The pass to Boyd, and he brings it in on the crossing route. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Tyler Boyd, 27 yards. And the Bengals are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. And McPherson on for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. They find themselves in a good-size hole here, and a good-size hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Here's Watson. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And they get Jack Conklin there, the right tackle. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Following the penalty, Chubb. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. Now it's Watson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Trey Hendrickson. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football. The Bengals drive about to get going. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
He'll drop this one down to Mixon, and this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Second down and 3. Mixon running wide side. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Now Burrow. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
At first glance, I thought he just used his size in order to win the route, but he also had a little subtle move in there as well. Made the defender think he was going one direction and was able to track the ball in another.
Mixon with a first down carry. It was Maurice Hurst who got him down.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it. Brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. From the right hash, this from 53. McPherson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he's watching that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
Let's do our thing. Let's do our thing. Let's go get it now. Let's go, man. Who's gonna make a play, baby?
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy. Now, that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Again, it's Cooper as he makes the catch. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains. And really, it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
On 1st down, Watson. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short, so that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. The Browns on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball and pick up the 1st down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short. That's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. On 1st down, Chubb able to get forward for about 4 as he's taken down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
They go with Chubb on second down. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. Elijah Moore, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
York able to send this one through. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
It's showtime, baby. That's what it is. That's what it is.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Bengals offense returns to the field. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now it's Burrow. This one caught downfield by Higgins. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. They snapped that at 1. Now it's Burrow. And that one complete once again to Higgins. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Working with a 2nd and 3. Burrow will throw. Out of his hands quickly to Higgins. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 34-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Got a man open, it's Chase. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Burrow. This one hauled in by Sample. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down.
I'd have to say they're feeling like they are in rhythm right now. Things are in sync, aren't they? Team's winning, got a nice little margin on the scoreboard, completing some passes, and they just completed another one for a 1st down there to the tight end.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown. Jamar Chase on the touchdown throw from Joe Burrow. And the Bengals have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Man, he just ran a terrific route. Extremely hard to defend when it's run that precisely and the ball's delivered that accurately.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
It's one play at a time, baby.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. Cleveland offense making their way out. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
Watson to Njoku there for the Cleveland first.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Now a 1st down throw, Watson. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. Now the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Again, it's Watson. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On second and goal, Burrow. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals are able to widen their lead here in this first half. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And a route is on here in this first half.
Get him going, baby. Let's rock and roll. Let's go, baby. Turn it up. Let's play. Let's play now, baby. Let's play. Give us some. Leave it all out here. Leave it all out here.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. The Browns now going to take over late in this first half. And Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. The Browns now going to take over late in this first half. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. Looking to throw again on second down. Watson complete on the quick throw to Moore. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Watson. This is the tight end, Njoku. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Only needing 2 yards on second down. Watson now to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now Watson. Deep ball for Goodwin. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
A very limited time left to get into field goal range before the half, and they tried to get it all on one throw right there.
On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just burrow his way back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Takes it at the 7. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Browns offense getting set to go to work here to start the 3rd. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
To try again after the sack, Watson. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Partner, was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
To throw is Watson. That pass complete to Moore. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, still in the 3rd quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the 1st down carry.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And again, it's Chubb. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
Still in search of their 1st touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's Watson. And that'll be incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Here's Watson. And he's got Cooper on the out route. That's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 29-yard line. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw, Watson. He's got the connection to Moore. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They go up the middle with Chubb. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. And the Browns are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Now it's Watson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Now Watson on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Browns. Deshaun Watson finding Amari Cooper. And the Browns get a bit closer. On that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open in the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this 2nd half. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Meanwhile, Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
The Bengals bring out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10. Right at the 30. They'll start by running the option to the right. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Watson. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And the tackle there by Jermaine Pratt.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
2nd down, here's Chubb again. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 64 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. Powers through him. And he's taken down inside the 30. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
They run it again with Chubb. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 13-yard line. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Watson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Trey Hendrickson getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. They set up the screen to Chubb. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
And the attempt at 3 will have to come from the other end of the field as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And the offense will recover, but it won't make much difference here. This will still be a turnover on downs. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Play action. It's Burrow. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. 1st down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on 1st down puts them back on their heels.
Here's Burrow completing this to Chase. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 30. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another 1st.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
43 yards rushing for him now to this point.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Burrow will throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Walker. And the Browns are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. After the interception, here's Watson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game, and on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have voted neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Watson hooking up with Cooper there for the Cleveland first. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play. This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here and have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Again, it's Watson. He finds his man, complete. That's more.
And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Watson.
He's going to drop this one down for Chubb, and he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
2nd and 7 from the 20.
Watson now to throw. He's got Njoku, his big tight end.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. To the air yet again, Watson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And this is caught. He hits more. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but Certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired, while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Chubb will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
Running for it. Here's Chubb. And he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And the Bengals are going to get the football back. Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
58 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They try to eat some clock with Mixon, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And they'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. It'll be a gain of 2. And speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And that is incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays just like that one we saw there.
The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Here comes Grant on the return. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47.
Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be second down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Now they got to get to the line quickly. To throw again on second down, Watson. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now a first down throw, Watson. To the right side, and he's got more, complete. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. Watson looks to throw again. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him, and after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to throw, Watson. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
From the gun, here's Watson. He's going to look deep for more. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bengals will get the football back. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.